Check it off.
My first question is preparing this report. Then number two, was there any external auditor to confirm that the figures actually tally with what is written there? For instance, somebody was just talking about the fine of 30,000, one was talking about a fine of 20,000, and it's more than the 5,000 that is written there. Yeah. Was there any cross check of that report to verify that it tallies with the figures? Thank you. Okay, any other question?
Sorry, the last one I asked earlier. Liberty staff, the question I asked earlier, according to the disciplinary committee, they recorded 50,000, 30,000, 5,000, 5,000. I'm right. But now we can only see 5,000 a year alone. So 50,000, 5,000, 30,000. 5,000, that is 40,000. So we can only see.
Any other question? Liberty Stars. Okay, please. Liberty Stars. Finance is a very delicate aspect. So if finance is giving us reports, it should be detailed and it should be comprehensive. Now I can see internal league expenses, 31,500. And we pay 2,000 naira. Is it that the 2,000 naira we pay does not how will I say, does not support or due with what we need to do, that we have to dip our hands into the pocket to bring out another 31,500? Or so I need a little bit of explanation on most of these things. It should be detailed so that we'll understand. Please, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Frank. Additional questions? Additional questions? I think the first question asked by Mr. Wale, the report was prepared by the Finance Committee of Liberty Staff. And because we are not using this report for external purposes, so we don't have it audited, sir. And secondly, you raised an observation regarding the disciplinary committee, and the same observation was raised by Mr. Aregbesola. So from our statement, the only info we get for disciplinary committee is what was recorded. So I would like to refer back to the disciplinary committee to give us when or evidence of payment for others.
Liberty Stars, something based on the fines for some of the members. The inflow recorded from Aregbesola has been documented, but we're expecting inflow from KDB, IK, Amadi. Navigator has a disciplinary action pattern discussed in-house with the ESCO and the disciplinary committee. So the only inflow we're expecting is from IK and KDB. Obligation, not fine. Obligation. If you look at it, with the finance, because we're not sure. So we relate with the finance department. Thank you.
Our club. So if you are not clear, this is what matters the most. If you are not clear, let us disciplinary committee so they should answer us. So if you are not clear, I'm just a moderator here. Which of those fulfilled from all the fines or disciplinary actions? Which of them were fulfilled? Because now we have 5,000. Let's know if it's only one person that actually fulfilled that 5,000.
Participants, on the financial part, relate more with the financial office because the report we had, we got the letter of apology, the training as instructed, and we felt that we were not relating with finance, but we'll get to finance to find out what happened. But I believe KDB at the point in time made that payment. I'm a little bit confused. I'll confirm that. Okay.
This is annual general meeting. I want to understand what is when a question is asked, it's expected that you give a detail to it. Now, when you said we need more time, that means you're asking us to again convey an extraordinary meeting again. But fine, we are one brothers. Okay, so we'll take that to be that you need the department gets the correct record. So let's take that as a lapses on your own part. But please, let's understand that this is an AGM and this shouldn't have happened because we asked, we're supposed to get an answer. So please. And also, we had enough time. This thing has been going on the platform, AGM. It's expected that every report will have been complete. Whether you are the committee, if you are examining somebody of not paying, you can defend it. Nobody will question you whether you're at your prerogative or so, okay, fine. He came to us and we understand him and we said, okay, fine. If that is done, then fine. But saving to say that we are not sure or we are not this, please let's ensure that we close this kind of lapses. It doesn't speak well of your department. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, representative of the disciplinary committee. The other question that was raised was the internal expenses, Liberty Stars. And I think Mr. Frank here was asking about the monthly contribution. That is your team contribution. So what came out of our financial statement, as in our bank account, is this. This is what happened for us to limit inflow and outflow from our bank statement. Once you contribute like that, we asked one of the team to make some of our expenses, and we fought back the excess to the club account. All those funds are not recorded there. Do you understand the Liberty Stars? One thing, one dream. So concerning the internal rig, the 2,000 naira contributed is you pay that to your team. Then each team every match will give the club 25,000 each. Inside the 25,000, you expenses of marking of food, water, referee, that's where the expenses come from. So for the 2,000 naira, you request the account and the statement from your how they spend the 2,000. Like I said the other time, that as your representative,
Sisters, one team, one dream. I think it's not just him. Everybody needs to hear this, right? For the internal league, we have decentralized it to make it easy and accessible for everyone. Now, the two teams are to contribute 50,000 naira at every match, right? So how the two teams contribute the 50,000 naira is not the job of the ESCO to know. Now, in recent time, we now looked at the bottlenecks of, payment transactions and all that. We now said, okay, if this is the case, let the teams and their representative, you bring your 25,000 naira, the other team bring their 25,000 naira. From the money that has been raised from those two teams, the expenses that go into the internal league is being expended from those teams, their payment. For example, the two teams will decide that, okay, team A, pay the referee, pay for money for the field. Which other expenses? At times, cutting of the guys is the club that takes care of that. Water is not part of it. Marking of the field, just marking of the field and the officials, which I think takes about 25,000 naira. Now the remaining 25,000 naira from the other team goes to the club account. Now that money we use at the end of the year to reconcile the winning bonus for the teams. Now, if you look at your team, most often at times we contribute more than 25,000 naira for one team, right? It is the duty of you to ask your team captain to go and reconcile that with you. I don't know if it makes sense. Does it make sense? Now, you now tell your team captain, for example, I know there are times we do more than like 30,000, 35,000 naira and all of that. The only money that comes into the club account from that money is 25,000 naira. So the excess, we don't know how it goes. So you go and ask your team to tell you at the end of the year, tell you how the excess, the excess from the money. Before, what we do as of last year, for accountability purposes, Warehouse, please. For accountability purposes, and we are humans. For money that are with individuals, at the end of the day, you might have challenges getting these funds back and all that. So we said all the money to just go into the club account. Let the team treasurers take record of whatever excess they have in the club account. At the end of the year, the club will now do what? Pay them whatever excess it is. But we have to stop that to say the teams go and manage your funds yourself. However way you want to manage your funds, go ahead. So please, if you have questions from the excess goes 25,000, please request that from your team representative. Yes. There are times we make expenses like cutting of field. We expect teams to cut it. So if we have to cut, when you mean extra, what do you mean by extra? For internal league, each team is expected to do 25,000, 25, making 50,000. If we because out of it, it's not. We are still going to that. You can still raise it that we should increase the money, the revenue for internal league.
Liberty Stars. Please, don't get me wrong. I'm not emphasizing on this for no reason. If Liberty Stars, okay, what I'm trying to say is that as a club, we are running an account, and the truth is that what we are doing here is business, whether we like it or not. And in every business, there should be a positive outcome. That is, you should have profit. So if we are the one financing an internal league, I don't think there is any need still pick up some money and record it as 31,500 expenses for it. That's my point.
Okay. Naturally, which has to do with the cutting of the grass. Now, they now say that your 25 plus 25, 50K is to handle the lining and the rest. Because club is normally every Saturday, they will provide hot water. And the cutting of grass is just there for us to take the field. Thank you.
Mr. Frank, I think what looking at now, what you should be saying is, if after this payment, to the club's account, and on the take home at the end of the year for months, that is what is the reserve. We go the general account. That's your, yeah, out of the 50,000 you keep contributing.
Assistance, maybe you didn't pay attention well on that. I asked you a question, I answered it. What was my answer? 200 and, sorry, 25,000 is what we collect as a club. Other 25,000 naira goes into the expenses of the internal league. Now, from that 25,000 naira, that is what we use as the payment for the winning team at the end of the year. Does it make sense? Now, you don't expect us to now say we want to for now. If we had sponsors, it would have been a different scenario. Now, by saving those 25,000 naira at every internal league, at the end of the whoever wins the internal league, we pay, do you know we pay winning bonus for internal league? We pay for whoever wins the internal league, we pay cash. Last year we paid how much? We paid 100,000 naira last month. So from 100,000 is what over time that bonus at the end of the year. Liberty start. Liberty start. What you want to? That? Yeah, let's play, sir. The next agenda of confidence the end of the year party. So you know, we also know our chairman for the end of the year party. We talk about the AGM chairman. So I want about
So, as you are aware, at the end of the year party is coming up on 20th of December, that is next month. And every plan is in place. You can't, if you plan and you don't have money, it comes to finance. We have gone we are going to use friends with them on the $10 million to the party. The urban management, there's a new sheriff in town in Durban. It is not like before. There are new people. In fact, when we went there, myself, the president, and Ifeanyi Tochi were there with us. At the end of the year party. But the only thing I'm pleading with you, as my brothers, to please understand that things are closing now. It's all good by the grace of God. Please, let's start making payments towards the end of the year party, because if there is no more, there is nothing we can do. there is nothing we can do. And I want to use opportunity, if not because of one or two people who have stayed in, we won't even have, we're having this ATM at the moment. Every one of you that have sold, that have made payment, God will continue to provide. For those that are yet to pay, I pray that God will open your pockets and the
So at this, I was
team that's in charge for the election. Share to the next agenda. Vote of confidence on action. Eh? Okay. It's the end of the building. 25. That is only one person that will sleep there. Eh? So wait, you don't talk like this. First one, we will talk about that. No, what you know. Liberty stars, please, if you have not made donations, some people are not here today with this donation. Permit me to call one or two people that were not here. Maybe they will tell us one or two things about the donation.
take the point of both of us as a member. Please let us go. No comment. Stars, we move to the next item, which is general. Liberty Stars.
Liberty Stars. We would want to pass vote of confidence on the ESCO that we have now. So we are going to do it by the show of hands and voice vote. All right. So if you are in support, that the current ESCO, ably led by I Chief IK Anene, continue in office for another year, which happens to be their final year. If you are in support of that, I want you to raise your hand and say they should continue. Please cover. Let's see those hands. So I want to believe this is high majority, not even simple majority. So we can put down hands. So it does follow that all members have unanimously passed vote of confidence on the current ESCO led by Chief IK Anene. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, honorable for that. So we are in the general now. Liberty Stars. So we are just already 2, 3, 4, 4. We are number 1.
Sorry, I didn't raise my hand. I have my reason for not raising my hand. I don't that maybe for because I wanted to start paying fees. They said we shouldn't pay, we should hold on. And we've been waiting to find out what should be done and no response. So I have decided that even if I come, I will not be raising my hand, neither will I do anything. Even I've said to myself that any money I won't contribute to this. Because since I am not part of the club, there is no need putting myself out. I will only come once in a while and go to my house. Initially, I used to come very well, but I decided I won't come again since I don't feel as if I'm part of the club. I've got president that several and I've told a lot of people there that I can't be coming. Come and see. The last election they did, I wanted to contest. They said because I'm not part of the club and I don't.
Liberty Stars, 1-200. I have 2 points I need to address because already thank God for people like Femi. This sometime they call me meeting on the because already to my house I've already
But sometimes when I look at the respect of some people like the president of campus now, you know, they go to our home, my wife will tell me, these people have come up, irrespective of anything. Why I'm saying this? When the internal league, when the challenge court started, that have been one that is one needful, at least for the extent of me that have played football in this country. This is disrespect to me. At least I'm on the weekend to train, and when it comes to competition, the worst aspect of it, they will not even tell me anything. That means my training is of no use. So it is better I go to somewhere and some people around there will honor me. Even in the internal league, as the day I came in, I dressed, lineup was made, and I was deleted. That very day, I made the decision I will not play any internal league anymore. And only my coming here without this for me to train, I will go home. Whether there is match, please don't play. That was my decision. But when I had some people called me, even today, I never even intend coming to see. I just say, not let me just come and work with you. But I just try to make respect for some people that also that number one, most of them are not. It's disrespect. Both from the technical committee and I don't know, but that was their decision. But I've made mine. But very good. Thank you.
I'm wondering, appealing on all members that try and come out from our five side under the lights and we introduce to the floor. We need more members. Like this coming Saturday, apart from playing the football, there's another side attraction that's going to attach to it. We have the barbecue and drinks every Thursday night, 7 to 10 p.m. Please, you can help us to make us keep treats against Saturday. So I'm appealing to all members to try and show up. We love others, we try and get the others, because that is what is allowed to accomplish. Thank you.
Liberty Stars. What you wondering? Okay, so I'm not. I don't think I really need responses. Me encouraging the club and the committees. One, I think apart from the social coach, I don't know any other person in the committee managing. So I think that they should make them known to us so that if the welfare team, apart from coach, I don't know if there's any other person. And second, also every other committees. Secondly, I think one of the things we should also look into is management of our funds. We cannot generate 19 million and we'll have like 1 million left. Yes, we are trying, but we can still do more. Also, there's something I observe. Each time we have social, for me, each time I happen to be here during social, quarrel. The quarrel have to be food and drink. And there are some things that is not what we say. But it's very sadly that we're fighting for to that. So, payment of dues. I observe that even up to this moment, some members are owing us for the annual due and even the what was it called, the challenge cup. That's very unfair. We should try as much as possible to try and do that. Also, if ESCO is pardoning some people for some things, they shouldn't come out and tell us that they're cleared. They should tell us that we pardon them. These people didn't do this, these people didn't do that. Thank you.
Last person.
Mostly the technical committee and the coaching crew. They say once bitten, twice shy. This issue I want to raise here has happened in the last 2 years or last 3 years, last year, and happened this year again. Anytime we have our tournament, complaint will come from members and from the committee, the technical committee, where some members are not feeling happy and all the rest of them. Please, let us look into this. The year is running now. That is, our training is every Saturday. Take note of who is coming for training. Take note of members, financial members that are up to date about this committee, this club. Not when that time comes, we start seeing inflow of strangers we are not seeing. Even today, when I came, I was asking some questions of some members I saw in the peak. I said, who is this? They explained to me. I said, okay, fine. Please, that idea of we going out, how is the okay, the starting is here. Let us work with what we have on ground. Not the idea of getting people outside and then depriving the financial members or members that come every Saturday to play this football. Yeah. No matter how it is, let us try to incorporate everybody, please. That is just what I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next one, sir. Liberty Stars. Liberty Stars. One. Thank you all. This is the whole essence of the general meeting. Speak, I don't hear you. It's all about us. It is our club. It belongs to all of us. Right? This is the right place to discuss the way forward for the club. So thank you so much for speaking out. I didn't do start with you last year. I encouraged the technical committee, right? So that's good. Mr. Frank, you also encourage the welfare department. Members of the welfare department, I think, Mr. Chairman, we need to rejig your department. Are your people functioning? You're sure? All right. Thank you. So members of that committee is Chairman Tochukwu, you know him. Lady Glow. I don't know why she said we don't know her. She's a member of the committee. For you to be a member of the committee. Welfare committee. What about it? Oh, your chairman don't say you people are working well now. Don't you come here, I think that you're doing. It's an indictment on you now because I just asked you and you say people are working well and she said she doesn't even know she's in the committee. Why are you on their platform? Liberty Stars. Liberty Stars. One team. Emije as well. We have Emije as well in the committee. 3 of them in the committee. We inaugurated you people. Early in the year. For Lady Glow, you must have been informed. I informed you that we are inaugurating you as a member of the committee. I have the message here, and you acknowledged it. I can go back to the message. So those are members of that committee. So please, perhaps you are aware now that you're in the welfare department, welfare committee. Please, let's
Please let's intensify efforts to make the committee better. Management of funds, the finance committee has taken note of that. Quarrel during social secretary, please, it's an advice to you, please. Quarrel during socials. You said there are things that shouldn't be heard. Of course, we are all adults. There are things that shouldn't be heard. Please, again, it's also an encouragement to all of us. We are all adults. We can't change adults. You can't change an adult at his adult age. We just encourage all of us to please remember that whenever we are in a gathering such as this, we are adults and we should comport ourselves. Payment of dues. Payment of dues. Payment of dues. Members to please, for us to run the affairs of this club, we require funds. The secretary post the list of debtors. You know yourself, if you are still owing for compulsory levies, please kindly help us pay these things. Mr. Ali encouraged us on the 5%. It's a good activity introduced by the technical committee. Let's show up. Number one, please, I must kindly and sincerely apologize. We understand how you feel, and you can tell how much me personally I honor you as a person, and we sincerely. So sincerely, I can tell you that personally I respect you. I respect your family. I honor you. We're very sorry on behalf of whoever that has just feel like you feel you are an elder statesman. We please appeal to your conscience to say please we're sorry or however way we have wronged you, and please we love you. This is your home. Please come back home. We appreciate you for all the support you are giving to us. And I tell you, your wife is a notable member of this club. I know she participates in everything we do, most of all our activities. I'm not sure she wants to see you elsewhere. Also, your children too, they come here at every point in time, whenever we have activity, and they feel at home. So please, let's continue in that relationship. We are not perfect people. We are bound to make mistakes. Again, if you see mistakes and lapses such as that, please don't keep quiet. Kindly speak out. It will help us to make amends and move forward. Thank you so much, sir. Recognition. If you know the experts are looking at it, what you mentioned will also, probably go through some constitutional processes, which is not, well, the experts are looking at it, and in the coming days, we'll see what we can do about that. For best member award, we'll also look at that as well. Thank you so much. Liberty Stars, one team, one dream. One team, one dream. Liberty Star, one team, one dream. We have just ended the general. We need people for adjournment of the meeting, and I want to sincerely thank every one of you for your patience, for your time, and for the contribution towards this AGM 2025. In fact, your time are valuable, and we appreciate your time. Thank you very much. Please, adjournment. Who is moving for adjournment? Who is moving for adjournment? Who is moving for adjournment?
I told you what I was doing again.
Please second here. Liberty Star, please come. Mohammed, please can you come to the center, please? Please, let's have a prayer. Nobody should. We are praying. If you know you're not down for prayer, just few minutes, we are done.
الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم غير المغضوب عليهم. May the Almighty God continue to answer our prayer, continue to elevate our club and each member. بالله العظيم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Liberty Stars.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. See you at the end of the year party. Please, your money, your money, your money.